Hello friends, welcome to Gardening with Creekside. I am Jenny and welcome to our weekly nursery tour. We are going to be focusing on all things that are growing, blooming, and thriving here at the nursery in this video because, in case you have forgotten, Sunday is Mother's Day. So we're really going to be kind of hitting some great ideas that you could use as a Mother's Day gift, whether it's to your mom or your grandmother, that special lady in your life. Here are some great ideas. Of course, for our local people, this is practical. You can come and get these things. But if you're not local, this is a great idea for you to get out to that local nursery that is close to you and peruse and see what they have available for you. Now, here in my hand, roses, now fresh cut flowers are fantastic. I love fresh cut flowers, but you could also think about giving her a rose bush. What we have here is Proven Winners Oh So Easy Hot Paprika. Now, this is going to be obviously like a shrub. It is going to be a low growing, continuous bloomer. Of course, loves the sun, but look at the color of those beautiful flowers. So pretty, makes a nice impact from a distance because it does have that hot color. The whole Oh So Easy series from Proven Winners is fantastic. Just to give you an idea, obviously, because roses like the sun, they need sun in order to produce those beautiful flowers. Zones 3 to 9. I mean, talk about versatile. Zones 3 to 9, it's only going to be 1 to 2 feet tall and wide. So really, this is about as tall as it's going to get, and it'll spread out a little bit more. We have, you prune roses, and it blooms from summer all the way to frost. So that is the hot paprika. Look at, excuse me, there's a weed. It's a weed. We don't want that in there. At Last. Now, At Last is going to be more of a full-size rose. It smells absolutely divine. It will be, here's a tag for you. I can't help but sing the, what is it, Etta James song, At Last, every time I think of this rose. But it is a beautiful color and it smells amazing. Zones 5 to 9, it's going to be 2.5 feet to 3 feet tall and wide. So this is a great one. And then Lemon Zest. Lemon Zest is another part of the Oh So Easy line. So it is a nice, beautiful landscape rose, long blooming, disease resistant. There's no need that you're going to have to keep spraying these guys for like your rosette disease. And they have a nice little sweet smell to them. Look at the color on this. Absolutely the most beautiful shade of yellow that you can possibly have. I mean, look at the fullness of this plant. It is nice and big, huge. I'm thinking about putting some of these at the patio. I don't know yet. Zones 4 to 9, again, 2 to 3 feet tall and wide, blooms from summer to frost. It just keeps on going and going and going. Of course, all these are roses, and all these roses do have thorns, so that also naturally makes them more deer resistant. So if you have deer issues, they certainly do not want to be poking their little lips on the thorns. So that is a great option. Come in here because I want to show you some other, maybe some non-plant ideas. Of course, we have the wind chimes from Bottle Benders. These are fantastic. So remember, we send them these pine knots, and so each one is different and unique. You cannot get these anywhere else. You can get the wind chimes from Bottle Benders, but you can't get these unique ones. Remember, Bottle Benders is a great family-owned company in Georgia, and they make wind chimes from recycled glass bottles, and they just have a nice kind of a tinkle sound. They are nice and hearty, so those are available. Also, we have a sweet friend of ours, Heather Prince, has her own small business where she does all of this beautiful art. So she draws this, creates this, and then has it printed. So we have got some of her garden flags. So if you're a bee person, we've got that. You've got a beautiful welcome flag. Of course, the home sweet home, all of this. So these are all of Heather's creations. He says they're not showing up. Sorry, it may be the glare. Let's see if that works a little bit better. Gotta love cameras and the sun. So that's the home sweet home. You got that one? He says he has that one. Let's see what else we have. Then the welcome. Isn't that beautiful? So all of these are her paintings, like I said, that she then has printed, or prints rather, onto garden flags, and some really cute little, they also come in plant stakes. So this is the idea of, you can put it in a flower pot, whatever, and it will, just a little something, a little cute little thing to put in there. So those are available here at the nursery. So when you come by, please grab some. Aqua pots. These are the only aqua pots that we have left. They have been massive sellers, of course. Aqua pots are the self-watering containers from Proven Winners. We have a lot of the blue left, both the Techno Blue and the Smooth Blue. So if you are local and you want to get mom an aqua pot, come get them. Remember, these are great, especially here in the South. Right now, you water them like once every 2 weeks. As the summer ramps up, it's like once a week. The plants absolutely thrive in these containers. They are fantastic. All right, let's mosey on over here because hanging baskets. Hanging baskets are probably one of the absolute most popular gifts for moms at Mother's Day here at the nursery because they're just easy and they're versatile. So for example, we've got, this is Dreamsicle, which is that, whew, it's fully watered. It's a beautiful Super Belle, gorgeous orange color. You can put this in, you obviously leave it in this hanging basket. You can move it up to a large container. We've got the purple and Picassos, the whites, the recipes. Holy Smokes is the purple one. So lots of color. They do need sun. So they need at least 5 hours of sun to continue blooming and getting all that color. You can see the sun's coming up. It's Thursday morning. We're going to be opening here in just a little bit. Oh, look at this one. This is a hugely popular one. This is Tropical Sunrise. Look at the color on those. Isn't that gorgeous? It's kind of that coral and yellow color. Just really, really pretty. Again, one of our most popular ones. The planter is coming along. Again, we're going to do a whole video. And one reason why we haven't done that video yet, I don't know if I told you this last time, there's a bird nest in the pot of that tree. So I'm waiting for the baby birds to grow and fly the coop, and then we can plant. All right, here we go. We do have lots and lots and lots of flowers for you to choose from. We've got clematis. So if you're looking to give mom, you know, a perennial flowering vine, we've got clematis. We've got tons of flowering petunias and calibrachoas. We can make up containers for her. You can do all sorts of things. We've got the great, this is the purple fountain grass from PW. We love the purple fountain grasses because they make such a huge impact. So whether you put it in a landscape or a large pot, they just really, really pop and explode. Gorgeous color all season long, nice and big and flowy. The Surefire begonias, oh, love these plants. They're like the best plant ever because they can do sun or shade. Bugs don't like them. They're drought tolerant once they're established and easy, and they just grow and go. They're fantastic. Coming on back here, of course, we've got, like I said, all the calibrachoas. We've had some rain, and then the irrigation system was on this morning, so everybody's a little kind of pooched down. If your mama is a hummingbird lover, then this is a fantastic plant. This is the whole series of the Rockin' series of salvias. These are considered annuals for us, but they have been known to come back from year to year. This particular one is fuchsia. Fuchsia, of course, is that gorgeous, hot pink color. All of the Rockin' salvias will have this shape of a bloom that the hummingbirds just cannot resist. They love it. This thing will get to be like 2 to 3 feet tall and wide. It does great in the landscape and a large container. So definitely consider that. Another one that they cannot resist are, of course, vermillionaire. So vermillionaire is that plant, and these hummingbirds will even come and feed off of vermillionaire even when we have customers. You can be standing 6 feet away and they're still just sitting here eating. They don't care if you're close because they love this plant so much. Another shade of that, this is the blue suede shoes. Look at that. Such a beautiful flower. Love the color again. Hummingbirds, pollinators, just find it irresistible. The daylilies, we've got the herbs. Herbs are growing and going. We've got a huge assortment. I mean, there's dill and sage and mint and rosemary and different kinds of basils and thyme. So if you're local and you need some herbs, this is a great time to go ahead and get them. Maybe your mom is maybe she loves to cook. So a great idea is to do kind of the patio garden, so you can get a nice, really pretty Michael Carr pot, just a traditional pot, use that and plant her up an herb garden. What are her favorite things to use? Is it basil and parsley and chives? Put that in a container and there you go. And so all season long she can, have that out on her patio or her porch and just come out and snip and grow and have fresh herbs throughout the season. So that is another great idea. Let's see. What else? Oh, the dahlias. The dahlias, the dahlias, the dahlias. We do have sunflowers. So feel free to come and grab. These are the sun-credible sunflowers from Proven Winners. They are available. For a while there, we were having some issues with supply. And in fact, right before we started filming this video, Jerry was like, do you remember ordering all these sunflowers? And I was like, no, not really, but we have trays of sunflowers. So yay, I don't even have any sunflowers for our gardens or for here at the nursery. So yes, sunflowers are back. Now, dahlias, look at this. Oh my goodness. So this is Romero. These are from PW. Obviously, this is a beautiful yellow. I will try to be very still. It's kind of hard, a little shaky. Gorgeous, just a solid yellow. Nice, soft yellow. If you want to put this in a container, this would be kind of your thriller filler all in one. Would be absolutely gorgeous. With dahlias, the key that I have found, of course, is that they need sun, but you also need to deadhead them. So this is one of the few plants with PW that when you deadhead, cutting off the old blooms, it's really beneficial to the plant. So there's that one. Then, oh my goodness, look at this. Look at this color. This is Merida. It is this red with the white tips on them. Just stunning. I mean, you could put this in a pot all by itself and it would be gorgeous. Of course, they need the sun and some fertilizer and deadheading, and then you will have beautiful colors all season long. It's just beautiful. And then there is a solid red. Let's see if I can reach that. Here we go. Oh my gosh, y'all, look at this. Look at all those blooms on that plant. Is that not insane? Look at that. So it's that gorgeous classic red, just really fire engine red with that nice little yellow eye in the center. Just absolutely exquisite. So pretty. And this is Topia, the name. So very pretty. And then the pink. So if you watched the video when I was planting up the boxes on the on our back patio, and I put some dahlias in, This is what I use. This is Cozumel. Look at that. And so mine in the patio have just recently started blooming this week, and they're beautiful. They're growing. They are very, very happy. So we'll have to give you an update on those boxes within the next week or two, because they are already filling in and are very, very happy. So dahlias are a great option. Of course, here, if you don't know how to put a container together, this is some great information right here, starting with, you know, what you're going to do, the steps to plant containers like a pro, and then it walks you through the whole thing. One, choose your container. You need to know what size your container is, because based on what size your container is will determine how many plants you're putting in there. So you want to, we'll just come on up here. So this is some great signage. Choose your container. Then you're going to go with your thriller. The thriller is that height, and that's what we were talking about. That dahlia could be a thriller. Next, your filler. Your filler is kind of gives the oomph and the body to your container. And then finally, the spiller. The spiller is what flows over the pot. And then as we go through here, you've got your thriller, filler, and spiller. And we've got the plants kind of put here according to what they are. So you don't really have to kind of guess on, well, is this a thriller or a filler? We have it all laid out for you. You want to go over to the pines, Jerry? Yes, Jerry says, let's go to the pines. Let's go. And then of course too, we have the Julia Rose trees. So these are those roses that have been what we call standard tree form rose. Those are great as well. Things are doing so nice over here. So beautiful and lush and just growing. We've gotten a lot of rain this week. I don't know where y'all have, wherever you are, if you've gotten rain, but we've got like 3 inches of rain one day, and then we got like another 2 the next day. So it's been really nice because we got really dry. So everything is nice and lush and happy. Now, this is a fun new perennial from PW. Let me pull this out. This is Firefly Sunshine. Sorry. Working a camera is not as easy as you might think it is. Sometimes it's not always just a point and shoot, but here we go. So if you've ever had yarrow before, sometimes traditionally it can be really kind of wild and woolly and just kind of go all over the place. This is a nice compact one. It's not gonna flop. It stands upright. It is long lasting with the color. It is going to be about 28 to 30 inches tall, hardy in zones 3 to 8. So in those colder climates, of course, you can give it all the sun that you can possibly give it here in the south, because it is to a zone 8. If you can give it a break from that afternoon sun, then it would probably respond really well to that. Remember, when you are lower, when you're kind of on the borderline of your hardiness zones, you kind of have to treat the plants just a little bit differently. If you don't know your hardiness zone, just Google it. What's the hardiness zone for? Put in your zip code and it will tell you, because when you're dealing with perennials and shrubs and trees, your hardiness zone makes a massive, massive difference. So let's talk shade flowers. Maybe mama doesn't have full sun like when we were over there. Well, we have options for shade containers, shade gardens as well. Now again, this was a little wet. This is a beautiful, this was new last year, Infinity Blushing Crimson. So this is an annual, it is an impatient. Look how massive that bloom is. And the bloom color on this is almost an iridescent pink. Just a beautiful shade of pink on some nice dark foliage. Love impatiens because of course they'll get nice and big, 10 to 14 inches tall and wide, part shade to shade, meaning that you can handle some morning sun, but I would not recommend this for afternoon sun, especially here in the south. The Broalia, one of my all-time favorite plants. This is Endless Flirtation. This is a great one to bring a pop of white to your shade garden. Has those beautiful kind of star-like flowers on it. This will get nice and have a mounding habit to it. So it gets nice and round. You don't really have to pinch it. Of course, it responds well to fertilizer. Again, can do some morning sun, but needs that break from that hot afternoon sun. So this is Flirtation. Illumination is a beautiful blue. I don't have any right here at this moment, but it's like an indigo blue color. It's gonna be a little bit smaller in habit. Gorgeous. It pairs really well with like some yellows or some lime greens. And then I have big plans for this guy. We grew this a couple of years ago and then we didn't last year, but we're back to it now. So who says you have to have flowers to have a lot of fun in the garden? You don't. So this is Pegasus. Pegasus is still a type of begonia, but it is purely grown for its foliage. Look at the color on that. Beautiful kind of, the leaves kind of remind me of like an iridescent, like a elephant ear in the shape of it, and then they kind of form into like a star. Really nice with that gray speckles in there. It's nice and big. So I'm going to be using this in several of my shade containers. The double ups. Look at this. I love this. In fact, I was watching all my gardening people, you'll love this. I was watching Laura and Aaron's last video, and they were at her parents' garden center, and they were like, ooh, these are the double ups. And Aaron was so, like, he loved the pink. I don't have the pink right here. But as he was saying, the difference in the color of the leaves is great. It's amazing. So you have this white, then there is the red, and these can do sun or shade. And I grew them last year in both areas, and they both did amazingly well. And then there is a pink. The pink's not here right now, but the pink is a baby doll pink and has beautiful bright green foliage on it. So if you ever are in an opportunity to get some of these double ups, you need to do it because they're just fantastic. And then of course the double impatience. So here we go. This is the Rocapuco series. There's purple, there's rose, there's white, there's wisteria, there's apple blossom. Basically, you give me a shade and I can help you, especially in the pinks and the whites and the purples. Those are all fantastic. I do want to give you a little bit of an update over here for both the refrigerator and the shade garden back there. Look at this beautiful beast in here. Y'all, I had no idea that this thing was going to take off like it is. This is Drinking Gourd Hosta. She's massive. She's, she's just kind of taken the pot over. There is a beautiful lady in red fern behind her that's supposed to get like 3 feet tall, but this drinking gourd is really just kind of overtaking it. So if I'm considering taking anything out, it would be that lady in red fern because it's a beautiful fern that deserves her own spotlight. But this drinking gourd hosta clearly loves this refrigerator, loves its nice big space. Oh, that's the endless illumination that I was telling you about, that Broalia. So it's that gorgeous purple color, purple blue, and I have it paired with the coral reef double impatient. This was the like the vegetable drawer in the refrigerator, so we have it bolted down with drainage holes in it, and so this will fill in. But yeah, drinking gourd, massive and huge. My mama came and planted, she gave me one of her, I believe this is not a cinnamon fern. Came from my aunt's house. Anyway, so we have that growing here, but look over here. Look at this rhododendron. Now for my local people, I do not have any of these currently in stock. And I'll just go ahead and tell you while Jerry shows you this. We're all gonna have to be a little bit flexible on our wants and desires for plants and horticultural supplies right now because the industry as a whole is experiencing a lot of growth, no pun intended, and strain on the system. And we're having issues getting plants on some of the supplies like mulch, like our bulk mulch right here. We've had some really large landscape jobs, and so normally Jerry could call on like a Wednesday or Thursday and have it delivered by Monday. Now it's like 3 to 4 weeks out because of just a whole various staffing issues, supply issues, demand. So just all that to say is give grace, please, to the horticultural outdoor people in your life, whether it's your local nursery or a landscaper or somebody that you're trying to get some business with. As a whole, we are doing our absolute best to serve you and to take care of you, but just know we're tired. We're exhausted, and we are working literally round the clock to take care of you. And I know this is an industry as a whole, so the grace and the patience is so greatly and deeply appreciated. So thank you. Moving on, the hydrangeas are getting ready to bloom. These are the LA Dreamin'. I am so excited to see these plants. I did cover them with the Unique Stone burlap bags when we had a late freeze. Obviously, they love that because they are absolutely covered in blooms, so I cannot wait to see this. The LA Dreamin' will have different colors of flowers on the same plant. Very exciting. And then underneath here is the aqua pot that I plan on planting up hopefully in the next day or so, that you will see probably maybe Monday. In the next couple of days, we will get that video posted talking about how to plant an aqua pot. And obviously it's going to go right here where it gets some dappled sun. So I will give you all sorts of great ideas on how to create a shade mixed container. But I think that's going to wrap it up for today. As always, thank you so much for gardening with Creekside. Y'all have a fantastic day. We got to go help some customers now. See you next time. Bye, friends.